Now, on another matter, this year, like last year, President Biden is still taking to the road, trying to sell the American people on the wonders of Bidenomics. But working families still see right through him. On average, they're spending more than $11,000 than they were when the president took office, just to maintain the same standard of living. Less take-home pay means less spending, and small businesses are feeling the pinch. Out in Iowa, the owner of a one-of-a-kind manufacturing operation is closing its doors after 125 years in business, and the owner says lower discretionary spending is to blame. And mother of three in Arizona recently lamented to reporters, quote, "It's probably been one of the worst years. It's been very difficult for us. It's been difficult just buying groceries and paying bills." And across the country, working families sympathize. One poll last month found that just 14% of Americans thought that Biden's economic policies were actually helping them. So the president can moonlight as a traveling salesman all he wants, but pretty soon he'll have to face facts. Bidenomics is a dud.
This is important news. Senate lawmakers and Congress have just taken a big step to prevent a government shutdown. Analysts are warning the American people to watch out for some funding cuts. This could be coming for lesser-known government programs. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all of the latest news and information. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. According to CBS News, the Senate crossed its first hurdle this week as it seeks to pass a stopgap spending measure to prevent another government shutdown. In a 68-13 vote, the upper chamber advanced a bill that will serve as a vehicle for the stopgap measure, also known as continuing resolution. It would extend government funding deadlines to March 1st and March 8th to provide both chambers time to approve longer-term funding. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said this week, "The focus of this week will be to pass this extension as quickly as we can." Schumer also said the vote will put the Senate on track to pass a continuing resolution before Friday. He also added, "If both sides continue to work in good faith, I'm hoping that we can wrap up work on the continuing resolution. The key to finishing our work this week will be bipartisan cooperation in both chambers. You cannot pass these bills without support from Republicans and Democrats in both the House and the Senate. Absent a continuing resolution, the federal government will partially shut down when funding runs out on Friday for some agencies." CBS News has confirmed that funding for other departments expires on February 2nd under the last stopgap measure. Chuck Schumer and House Speaker Mike Johnson reached an agreement last week on the overall spending levels for annual appropriation bills. The deal mostly adhered to an agreement made last year by President Biden and then House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. But the Senate and House Appropriations Committees were left with little time to write and pass the bills, putting pressure on Congress to rely on another short-term funding extension to avert a shutdown. Experts have said that if passed, it will be the third short-term spending deal that Congress has passed since September. Speaker Johnson may face hurdles in getting the bill across the finish line in the House, where hardline conservatives have insisted on spending levels far below those agreed to by congressional leaders, while opposing short-term funding measures. House Republicans are also facing multiple absences, making their already slim majority even smaller. Both Johnson and McCarthy had to rely on Democrats to get last year's continuing resolutions through the House, leading to the end of McCarthy's speakership. Opposition from hardliners to the latest deal makes it likely that Johnson will again have to rely on Democrats to pass a bill to keep the government funded. Speaker Johnson had vowed not to take up another short-term extension, but backtracked as the first shutdown deadline in January neared. On Sunday, Johnson framed the decision as a necessary step to allow Congress to continue passing the 12 appropriation bills individually, which has been another demand by hardline conservatives. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Also, friends, according to Yahoo News, the Biden administration wants to slash junk fees. They are proposing a rule that would cut banks' overdraft fees as low as $3, a large upset to some bankers. The rule introduced by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau would apply to banks and credit unions with more than $10 billion in assets, or approximately 175 of the largest financial institutions in the nation. According to this proposal, large to mid-sized banks would have to calculate and disclose an annual percentage rate on each overdraft fee. Overdraft fees often weighs hardest on Americans living paycheck to paycheck, as they're the most vulnerable to any small transaction accidentally overdrawing an account. According to the independent watchdog, many institutions charge $35 for an overdraft loan, even though overdraft amounts average less than $26. Yahoo News has confirmed that the proposed rule could collectively save 23 million consumers about $3.5 billion in fees annually. That translates to savings averaging $150 for households that pay overdraft fees, and even more for the most vulnerable Americans. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed day.